Hello, hello, happy Monday, and welcome to Making Waves with Moanna Adams. I'm your host, Moanna, a teenage girl with a lot to say and a lot more to learn. I'm 17. In 2 hours, I turned 17, and I'm recording and editing this and putting it out at late at night. It's my last day of being 16, and we're going to talk about all that in a second. First of all, current obsession. My current obsession is the app feed preview. So I know that Instagram did an update where you can preview your post on your feed or whatever, but I did not get that update. And so I've been using the feed preview app for a year now, and I'm obsessed with it because it lets me plan out my feed without actually posting, and I can see that it looks good. And my feed has been looking so good recently because I'm going with my personal branding colors, and it just, go look at my personal Instagram feed at the Moanna Adams. Oh my gosh, that thing is gorgeous. And then this week's high tide, something to motivate, inspire, self-help rec, is the 28 Wellness app. This is probably one of my favorite apps on my phone. It is basically like having your own personal trainer slash nutritionist slash cycle tracker person. And basically, it is a cycle tracker, but it's not a normal cycle tracker. It shows you all 4 stages or phases of your cycle: menstrual, follicular, luteal, and ovulatory, and which is amazing. If you don't already know about the 4 phases of your cycle, I highly recommend, because it helps you understand your body so much more. And then it also gives you information on what foods are best for this phase of your cycle or this day of your cycle, and it gives you recipes. And then also it gives you one workout every day to match where you are in your cycle, which is it's like having your own personal trainer, and you know exactly what you're supposed to do. And they're great workouts. They're not, some of them are more challenging than others based off where you are in your cycle. It's just, please go get this app. It's free. There is a monthly membership if you want to unlock all the stuff, but the free version works fine. And it also gives you insights into your body and your emotions and how you might be feeling that day. It's so amazing. Seriously, go download 28 Wellness. It is the best thing ever. But let's get into the episode. It is literally almost 10 o'clock on June 3rd, and my birthday's on the 4th, and I'm about to turn 17, so this is my last episode as a 16-year-old, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty sad to turn 17. I was really upset about turning 16, too. I was not ready to be 16, and I think it's because I've grown up as, a Disney Channel kid, and I think that there's a lot of, cliche and pressure around being 16. It's very, I feel like it's that age that you wait your whole childhood to be 16, and then you are 16, and then you're not. And so I am very sad to let go of 16. I love being a 16-year-old girl. I hope I love being 17 as much as I've loved being 16. So yeah, I'm just trying not to cry right now because I do not want to give up my 1/6. I literally told my parents, I'm like, can we just put my birthday off for a couple more weeks? Can we pretend it did not happen? They said no, but I turned 16 in a few hours. So let's do this episode, because today we are talking about it being my last summer break as a kid and how I'm making the most of it and how you can too. I know it's not all of y'all's last summer as a kid, but this is how you can make the most of any summer, and I hope that you try to make the most of the summer because you don't have that many left. I mean, you'll have tons of summers, but not as a child, and so, yeah, let's get into it. I don't plan to continue schooling after high school, so that's why this summer is really, really important to me, because it really is, I'm not going to go to college and have 4 more summer breaks. After this summer, that's my last summer break, and I'll be 18 right at the beginning of next summer, so, and I'll be graduated senior at the beginning of next summer. So, like I said, this summer is really important to me, and so I'm doing one thing every day. I'm going to do something to make the most of my summer, and I'm going to make a vlog of it and do mini vlogs and do a 50-part series on my personal Instagram, maybe start a new TikTok because my old one got banned, and every single day, Monday through Friday, So 5 reels a week. I'm going to be sharing whatever I did that day to make the most of my summer. I'm so excited for this. I've been wanting to do like a long series like this for a while, and I have one that I already have planned after the summer that I'm going to do in the fall that I'm so excited about too. But I also want to balance it out, because if I'm just messing around all summer and living it up, then I'm not going to get anything done, and your girl has things to do. So I'm making a list of 50 plus things to do this summer to make the most of my summer. And I'm going to section it into different types of activities, things that can be done in under 15 minutes or an hour, or bigger adventures that need more planning, things that can be done at home, alone, with friends, with family. And I'm going to try and plan out each week in advance so I know ahead of time when I'm going to be doing each thing and how long it'll probably take. That way I can allocate time during my day when I'm not working to do it, and it won't interrupt my work schedule, and I can still get done what I need to get done and be productive over the summer while still having fun and enjoying not having school and it being my last summer as a kid. So, with that being said, it's going to be a quick episode today, but here are 17 ways to make the most of your last summer as a kid, or just this summer in general. And most of these things are pretty cheap, if not free, and things that you can probably do alone. And if you can't do them alone, you can do them with a sibling, you can do them with one friend, you can do them with 10 friends. The point is you have options, and these are things that you can change to fit your needs. So let's get started with number 1 is dancing in the rain. If you've been listening to the podcast for a while, you know I love the rain. I love dancing in the rain. I do it all the time. And I'm going to be honest, the past few months I've been slacking. Obviously it's been winter, so it's been a little bit too cold. But I got to dance in the rain yesterday for the first time in so long. And I was like upset about it being my birthday tomorrow, and I just went outside and I danced in the rain, and it was amazing. So anytime you're feeling down, if it's raining outside, go and dance in it, because trust me, it'll make you feel 10 times better. I literally was in thick flannel pajama pants and had just gotten out of the shower, and I still went out there and danced in the rain, and it's so freeing, and just, you can do it, so why not? Number 2 is actually what we're doing for my birthday tomorrow, and we are fruit picking. We're going to go to a strawberry farm. I've been obsessed with strawberries recently. Like, I'm a raspberry girl, but strawberries have been like my life. I've put them on everything. I eat them every morning in my chia seed pudding. That is so good. So go fruit picking. Most states in the U.S. have some sort of fruit that you can pick, I think, during the summer. Obviously, there's strawberries, peaches, blueberries, blackberries, I know are just a couple. And there's also different flower farms. And then some small town farms also, I think, let you, of course, it really just depends on your area and the farms in your area, but you can pick like from their vegetable garden and things like that. So look up the farms near you. I have a ton near me, so I'm probably a little lucky there. But, you know, driving a little bit farther might be worth it to go get fresh fruit and spend the day at the farm. Number 3 is drawing with chalk. This is something that I did a lot last summer, and I really think that chalk is so healing for your inner child, especially, I don't know, I drew chalk a lot when I was little in elementary school. We had this giant driveway, and we would just draw with, like, whenever we'd have our babysitter come over, we would draw like a big giant city, and we would drive our little cars on it and things like that. So drawing chalk now, especially, like, I feel like it's very meditative if you put your phone just like up on your porch or somewhere away where it's not distracting, and you have the chalk and you can just draw and enjoy it. I think it's a really great way to disconnect and just relax and enjoy being outside and doing something that is supposed to be for little kids, but, you know, who cares? You can do it too. Number 4, make friendship bracelets. Pretty self-explanatory, very on trend. Everybody's making bracelets for everything right now. Of course, it started with Taylor Swift, but now it's moved into pretty much every fandom that I can think of. Even the F1 drivers are wearing them, and people are giving them to them all the time, so go make friendship bracelets. And there's so many different options of things that you can make, and it's pretty cheap to just go buy a little kit at Michael's or Target or whatever. So, and you can give them to random people too. I think that would be a great way if you're trying to, get out of your comfort zone this summer or work on rejection therapy is to give out cute little bracelets to random people that you see, in the grocery store or whatever. Number 5 is read a book in a day. Bonus points if it's a kid's book or like a book that's supposed to be a kid's book, like Percy Jackson, Harry Potter. I don't know who could read any Harry Potter book in a day, but if you can, that would be awesome. But read a book in a day. You don't have school if you're not working, or if it's a weekend, 24-hour readathon, even better. Just read, because you can. Like, there's no school, so read a book if you're a reader. Number 6, hike. I talk about hiking all the time, but specifically, I think that hiking is great. I think that hiking a mountain is even better because, first of all, obviously it's very metaphorical, but I think that it's a really big deal to, I feel like when you get to the top of a mountain like that you worked to get up to the top. And pretty much every state in the U.S., minus the Midwestern states, has a mountain somewhere in the state. So if you're nearby a mountain, go for a hike. Hike the mountain. A lot of mountains also have hiking trails where you can drive up like halfway, park, and then walk up and back down. So, if you're not a big hiker, you can still go to the top and do like a shorter hike. If you are really active, you can do a longer hike. Whatever works for you. Number 7, beach/lake day, depending on where you live, or river day. You can rent a boat. If you have a boat, you can do paddleboarding, swimming, all the things. You can set up on the beach. For paddleboarding and kayaking, there are a lot of places near lakes and rivers, and, well, rivers are a little bit different, and beaches that you can rent paddleboards and kayaks for pretty cheap for a few hours. So definitely recommend, especially if you've never done it before, because I feel like everybody needs to do it at least once. I think it's really interesting when you do it for the first time, because they're muscles that you've like never really used when you're paddling. And if you do it with friends, or you do it in a 2-person canoe or kayak, or you try to fit 2 people in a paddleboard, it makes things really interesting. So definitely recommend renting some cheap paddleboards and kayaks. Number 8, watch the sunrise. Another one that I have in a ton of my lists on the podcast, but watching the sunrise hits so much different than the sunset. Anybody can watch the sunset at any time, but getting yourself up before the sun to watch the sunrise, and when there's nobody around and it's just quiet, it's just something that I feel like it's so motivating, and it's so relaxing, and just really romanticize the crap out of it, and it's definitely worth it. Number 9, teen movie marathon. It's one of your last few years. I'm halfway through being a teenager, and there are still so many movies that I need to watch, especially because I guess it just depends on the person, but like, I want to get all these teen movies. Like, there are so many movies on my watch list that I need to get, that are like high school based, that I need to watch this year, that I need to get off the watch list, because next year I'm not going to be in high school, and I want to watch them while I'm still in high school. Number 10, go for a bike ride. I did not learn how to ride a bike until I was like 12 years old, and I have a bike. I have not used it in like 2 years. The chain is so rusted, so bad. But, if you have a bike, get your dad to fix it up, pump some air in the tires, and go for a bike ride. And also see if you can still do it. I know everybody says, like, once you learn, you never forget. If I try to get on a bike this summer, and I'm definitely going to try at some point, it's probably going to be hilarious, and I'm going to fall, because I was never even that good at riding the bike in the first place, and me trying to get it on now when I haven't done it in 2 years is going to be a challenge. Number 11 is stargazing. If you live near a city, it's definitely going to take a drive to get somewhere where it's dark enough. But finding a dark place, and I will say stargazing takes a lot of patience. We went to go see the Northern Lights the other day when they were in like the southeast US. You could see them, and you have to like let your eyes adjust to the darkness and stay in the dark for a really long time to be able to really see the stars. So boring, because you can't do anything but look at darkness, literally, that's around you, because if you look at your phone, that messes up your eyes or whatever. So you have to literally just stare at the blank sky until you see stars. But still really cool. If you get one of those little laser pointers, those are really cool and really fun. Number 12, picnic. You can do this in your backyard. You can do this at the park. Make yourself lunch and go sit outside and eat on a blanket or at a picnic table. Because why not? I mean, I think that picnics are so overlooked. Like, we need to be having more picnics. Why do we need to sit on our phones and watch TV while we eat lunch? Why can't we do it outside in the grass and enjoy nature? We should do that more often. 13 is make popsicles. Another thing I have not done since I was like 12 years old. But, I mean, come on. Popsicles? Hello? Like, why did we stop making popsicles? We need to be making popsicles. We need those plastic popsicle molds from 2016, and we need to fill them with Sprite and orange juice and put them in the freezer or whatever else you put in those things. Make more popsicles. Number 14 is go to the playground. I was always a big playground kid. I loved swinging. I still love swings. I still love going to the playground. And I feel like a lot of people my age have not been in the playground, like, recently enough. So go play. Go maybe at a time when there's not a bunch of little kids. Or go when there's a bunch of little kids. Hopefully parents don't yell at you. They shouldn't, but go have fun and live it up. Number 15, game night. Specifically, like, get your friends together. Get Twister, do the Pintrest aesthetic Twister game. I feel like that's all over Pinterest right now. You could play New Phone Who Dis. Like, there's so many fun games that you can play. I'm not a big board game person, and I still think this would be really fun. Like, I hate playing slow board games because I'm so impatient. I like fast-paced games, but you can get different types of games and get people together. You don't all have to play the same game at the same time. If you have a lot of people, you can do, like, different types of games, and people can pick what they want to play. Put the phone down and focus on the game and just laugh and enjoy playing together. And I feel like that would be a nostalgic thing to do. It makes me think of, like, when in elementary school recess would get canceled, so you would do, like, play board games in the classroom instead. Number 16, bake and decorate a cake. This is seriously one of my favorite things until I actually do it. Like, I always am thinking in my head, like, oh my gosh, I want to decorate and bake a cake. Like, I think about this all the time. And then I actually do it, and I'm like, this is miserable. I never want to do this again. Recently, I made my little sister's 6th birthday cake, and it was a gluten-free, sugar-free 2-tier cake that was like a sandcastle cake. So much work. I think it was like 4 boxes of cake mix, 3 tubs of frosting, a crap ton of gluten-free graham crackers, but it was so worth it because it looked so good in the end. So maybe make it a little bit more simple for yourself. Just get 1 box of cake mix and make a mini cake. But, have fun with it. Doesn't need to be perfect. Just decorate it for funsies and see how it turns out. And number 17, sleep outside. Some way, shape, or form, you should have somewhere that you can sleep outside. You can sleep on your roof. You can sleep in your backyard in a tent. You can sleep in a hammock. You can sleep on a trampoline. Find somewhere and sleep outside. Obviously be safe about it, but, do it with some friends. Have a night. Set it up cute. Get some lights, games, whatever you want. Watch a movie outside. But spend the night outside because I feel like everybody should do this at least once. And, yeah. And then bonus, number 18, because, you always have, like, your bonus candle or whatever, your lucky candle. So, number 18, record and post vlogs. I have been thinking about this so much recently that I wish I started vlogging earlier and had the confidence to do it earlier, because now I am about to be a senior in high school, and I remember, like, being in elementary and middle school and watching all the high school girlies post their vlogs, and I would watch their vlogs all the time. And I was like, I can't wait to get to high school so I can make vlogs. And then, like, 9th grade, 10th grade, most of 11th grade, I had, like, this imposter syndrome where I was like, oh, like, I cannot be posting vlogs. Like, I'll wait till I'm in my 20s. And then I finally posted my first vlog, by the way, so go watch that. There's a homeschool vlog up on my YouTube channel at the Mona Adams. And it was so much fun. I loved recording it. I loved editing it. I loved posting it. I loved getting feedback from my people and my friends and my family. And so hopefully there will be more coming out this summer. But go post a vlog. If you've ever even thought about vlogging or creating content, just do it. Just try it out. You can always delete it. But just test it out and see how you feel and see if you enjoy the process. Because if you don't enjoy the process of creating, then maybe it's not for you. But if you do, document your life. If I ever get bad imposter syndrome or I'm not super confident in posting, I just say to myself, I'm doing this for my future kids so that they can look back on it and see what their mom was like when she was younger. I'm doing it for memories, not to become some influencer or creator. I'm just doing it for me, and it makes it so much easier to post. Even if that's not the real reason you're doing it, it could make it more easy and less of a challenge to really push yourself to post. So those are all the things that I have for you so far. If you want more ideas, make sure to follow my personal account and the podcast account, because I'm going to be posting so much this summer. We're going to be doing 50 episodes of summer bucket list check off and making the most of my last summer as a kid. So seriously, go follow that account. And this week's homework is to write a summer bucket list and start checking things off. You can look on Pinterest for ideas. You can look on YouTube for ideas. There's no excuse. There's so many things that you can do alone at home for free. So go romanticize your summer, and I hope everybody has an amazing summer. I cannot wait to bring you new episodes this summer. They're going to be amazing. I'm already working on some collaborations, but thank you so much for listening. If you love this podcast and you want to show your support, please leave a rate and review, as well as follow me on all my socials at @moannaadams or at makingwaves.ma. Don't forget to follow this show so you never miss another episode, and don't forget to drink your water. I will talk to you later.